Hello and welcome. My name is Francis and I will be your host here at Casa De Francis. On this channel, we talk about lifestyle, literary, and media reviews, and a little bit of vlogging. Today, what I wanted to do was a little bit of what's in my bag, as well as discuss a couple of books that I've been reading and share those with you. So let's go ahead and get started with the what's in my bag. So to start with, this is the bag that I'm currently carrying. This is a Louis Vuitton. I don't know the name of it. It's a Ista Westa. I really love this purse. I love that it's reverse monogram. It almost feels like two purses in one. I mostly feel like this is my favorite side, but occasionally I'll wear it on the other side. And it comes with a nylon strap with a coin case. So what's in this bag is, the first thing is, in this pocket here is my Kindle. I love how well it fits. It fits so perfect. You see how easy it slides in? Perfect. And this is my Kindle. I think this is a Papersoft. Paperwhite? Maybe Paperwhite? I don't know. But this is one of like the 4 Kindles that I have. I recently updated this one with some King of the Hill stickers. I love King of the Hill. I love Rusty Shackelford, Bobby Hill. Like a little Hogwarts pop socket on the back. I love this Kindle. So that's the first thing I had, and it was located here. As we unzip the side, right, one of the first things that I have are my car keys. I drive a Jeep Rubicon. There's not really much to say about this. Aside from this is just atrociously big. I just hate how big this is, how large this is. I wish it was more like Tesla, where you would just have a key that's on a card, like a card key, and it fits into your bag, because this takes up so much room in your handbag. It's just excessive. So here are my car keys. The next thing in here is my card case, and this is from Coach. I love it. I love the flowers. It's pretty basic. I usually carry things this size because most of the bags I carry are quite small, so this is what works for me. So there's my card case. The next thing in there, I'm just grabbing stuff, is this is for my Omnipod. I'm a type 1 diabetic, and I'm on a pump. So this controls my pump. This is not a phone. You can't call anyone with it. This controls my insulin pump, and I have to carry this. So this is essential. So this is the Omnipod receiver. The next thing in here is my insulin. So in addition to the insulin pump that gives me insulin, I also carry a backup insulin. Just in the event that my pump starts working, it malfunctions, something happens. I have a little bit of insulin left, so I carry this pen with me just in case something weird happens, or in case my pod expires, I have something to use. So this is what this is for. Also in here, what's this, is my lip gloss. This is really good. I love it. It tingles. It makes my lips feel fantastic. I have it on now. One of my favorite lip glosses is literally empty. There's literally nothing in there. But I have a bad habit of just buying things before the original is all the way gone, and then I'll use the new one. So I want to make sure I use all of this before I buy a new one, to just reduce on the waste that I typically do. So probably a couple more weeks of this left, and then I'll get another one. The next thing in here is, my perfume. This one's Gabriella, and this is a Chanel perfume. I love this scent. Although this isn't my favorite, I love this scent. It's not my favorite scent. This is a very grown woman scent to me. Like you like grown when you put this on to me. So I feel like it's very elegant, very classy, and things like that. I love it. I don't use this as much because I usually reach for my other Chanel perfume, but it's out currently. Actually, let me grab it. My favorite one is this Chanel Chance. I love this one. Oh, it just smells so good. This is like my favorite one. I'm actually out. I used all 3 cartridges. I actually went to Chanel yesterday, Chanel online. I don't live by a Chanel boutique, but I went online and I bought just the refills of this perfume, and I can't wait to get it. Maybe I'll do an unboxing when I get it. But because this is empty, I'm using this as secondary. Like I said, they both smell good. I just prefer this one over that one. But still, you can't go wrong with either one. The next thing I have, let's see, what is this? is this? I don't know. It doesn't even have anything around it. Oh, I have this brow glue by NYX. I don't use it very often, but I do carry it just in case I need to do something with my eyebrows. My eyebrows are, I don't know, I guess they're normal, but if I wanted them to be a little bit darker or thicker looking, this is a good alternative to use. What else is in here? Oh, a Crystal Light. I've been trying to drink less soda, so I've been trying to drink a little bit of Crystal Light to cut down and reduce my calories that I'm intaking. I really like these. These are really good, and I'm transitioning to drinking only water. So it's really interesting. It's really not that serious. I should just drink water, but I go from like Coke Zero, and then I reduce my Coke Zero to like Crystal Light, and then I drink a couple of glasses of water a day. I would like to drink water most of the day with the occasion of drinking Crystal Light or soda, right? So that's a goal that I'm trying to get to. Other than that, the next thing I have some trash. I have big trash. I have Big Red. Big Red's my favorite gum. So I have just these little scraps of trash that are in there. And then I also have, what are these? Pen tip needles. And these go on top of my insulin pen. So whenever I need to change the needle, I'll simply, what happens is I'll need a new pen tip because these get dull. I'll put it in there, I'll screw it in, I'll pull it out, and it looks exactly like this when you pull it out. And it just gives me a fresh needle that's sharp and everything. There's nothing worse than having a dull needle when you need to inject yourself. I mean, I'll inject myself with whatever I got, dull needle or not, but it just feels painless when you do it with the needle that's fresh. So I carry a couple of these around just in case. Like I said, I have a malfunction on my pump or my pump is expired. I have something to get myself insulin with. So this is a must have. I don't have to have it, but I like to have it just in case something goes wrong. And that is it. That's it in this purse. You know, everything's out of it. Like I said, the pockets, what is this? Oh, the Louis Vuitton thing. Right, so it's pretty much empty. This is whatever this is. Does it tell what brand it is, or I don't know what this is. I should probably throw it away. It doesn't look like it's important, but I'll throw that away. And that's all that's in this lovely bag. So recently I went on a spending spree and I bought so many purses from Coach. And when I mean a bunch, I mean like 5 or 6. The purse that I'm transitioning today is going to be this beautiful little number. And I think this is the Coach Empire 34 carryall. I think. I'm not sure. I think that's what she's called. I think she's so beautiful. She's so gorgeous. I love the East and West style. I think it's so classic. I know when I look up reviews on this bag, a lot of people say that they believe that it's trendy. Like, oh, this is a trendy bag. But I disagree. I think this is a very elegant and classy silhouette. There's something about the East West that screams to me like classy. I love it. So for me, I don't think this is going to be a purse that's trendy. I can imagine reaching for this purse 5, 6, 7 years down the road because like I said, I really like the silhouette and the shape of this bag. For me, it feels quite structured. It's not really a squishy bag. It feels nice. I didn't have the opportunity to buy this from the Coach store. I bought it from Amazon. When I went to buy this from Coach, it was sold out in this brown color, so I went to Amazon, and Amazon is a reputable dealer or seller. Like they're authorized to sell Coach items. So when I received this bag, it was completely packaged. I mean even this was all around here, everything was packaged up. So it was shipped well. It didn't come with the Coach black box, which is fine. I have enough of those boxes to last a lifetime, and I don't need any more of those things. And it did come with a dust bag as well. So it came with lots of stuffing in the dust bag. But this is the purse that I'm switching into. I haven't had the opportunity to wear it yet. So let's see what fits in this Empire. So the first thing that I want to put in there is we're going to put in my Omnipod case, right? Or the Omnipod pump. We're going to put that in there. We're going to put in the car key holder. let's see what else we can put in there. We're going to put in my keys because obviously you're not going anywhere without your keys. I'm going to put in my insulin, I guess, just to throw it in there. I'm going to put in my Gabriella travel perfume. I'm just going to throw this in the bag because why not? There's room. My crystal light's going to go in there. I don't know if my Kindle's going to fit in there. We'll see. I don't know. Although it fits this way, right? It's not really that tall. The purse is only this tall, so I don't even know if this is going to fit in there. I'll try to put this in last. So what else can I put in there? Let me look around. Let me see. So I have this Dooney and Burke, what is this thing called? A kiss lock thing. Let's see what's in it. So inside of this little thing, I have a lipstick, which is gorgeous. I just don't wear lipstick. I don't even know why I buy it. I have Better Than Sex mascara. That's also in there. I have another lip product from Bath and Body Works. I have some Excedrin. I have 2 more lipsticks. This is from Wet n Wild. Yes, Wet n Wild. I love the color. I have also a Bath and Body Works hand cream of Rose. And I don't even think I've opened this yet. So, you know, maybe we'll use it. I also have another lip product from Sephora. So that's what this is. And then that's all that's in here. And this thing is like super big. It's so nice. So we're going to put everything back in there just as it was. Lipsticks. I'm going to put the lotion back in there. Wait, gotta rearrange some stuff. And then we're gonna close it up. I can't believe all that stuff fit in there. So we put all of those products inside of here, and I'm gonna try to stick it in this bag. Again, I don't know. It almost feels like it's exactly the same height, right? This isn't small by any means, but I'm gonna see if it'll fit in here with all my stuff in there. And let me just show you what it looks like so far with all the stuff in there without it. So I might need what is it called? A divider or an insert, because this is just a pit, right? It's just a pit, right? There's nothing. It's just one open pocket. I'm going to throw this in there, the Dooney and Burke Kiss Me Lock. It fits, right? I don't know if I can zip it up. Let me try to zip it up and see what it looks like. So I have to, maybe if I move it a little further over. I have to dangle some things around. Well, it fits, right? It's mostly closed, but it keeps getting caught on the very top piece of the Kiss Me Lock there. So it keeps getting caught on that, but I don't mind that because it's still mostly closed, right? That's not a big deal to me. Let me take this out. And okay, I have a wallet right here. I have this Coach wallet. I bought it when they had the denim sale. I'm going to try to see if this fits in there. Yep, that fits in there just fine, right? No issue. Zips up just fine, no issue. So I can put that size wallet in there. Let me throw some sunglasses in there. So I have these sunglasses. They're super cheap. Super cheap. Probably got them from Amazon. Let's see if these glasses fit in there. Yep, they fit in there. No issue whatsoever. So that's nice. That's a lot of stuff to fit in there. But now the most important part. Can my Kindle fit in there? And I have 3 different Kindles. I have the Paperwhite. I have the Oasis, which is my favorite. And then I have the Color Soft. I think the Paperwhite's just slightly smaller. So let's just try this one and see if it fits. All right, let me move my stuff around. Okay, so it's in there, right? It's kind of sideways, and let me see if it zips up well. It zips! Yeah, so the Kindle does fit in there. I don't think I would put my Kindle in there because I don't have a screen protector on there. What I usually do is I keep it, if I carry my Kindle with me, I put it flat against the back of the bag so that nothing's like scrubbing against it. I don't know if I have the opportunity to do that with this particular Kindle. But let me see if that's possible. Nope. The only way it fits in is if I'm willing to kind of put it in there kind of crooked. So this is what it looks like in there. So it's kind of sideways. That's the only way that it'll zip and fit in there. And because it doesn't have a screen protector on there, I don't know if I'm comfortable leaving it in there like that. So I don't know, maybe I'll just buy a screen protector just to put one on there. But that's everything that fits in my bag. I love her. I think she's so cute. Maybe I can do a mod shot. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm 5'2" for reference. And this is what it looks like this way. I'm only going to wear it as a shoulder bag. Like, I can't imagine wearing it any other way than a shoulder bag, right? Oh, it's so cute. I can't wait to wear it. I think it hangs nicely, right? I guess you could wear it in the crook of your arm, but it's quite long. But I don't hate it, right? I think it's kind of cute. So you work it in the crook of your arm, maybe like this. I know some of the models were walking down the runway like this. That's not practical for me. So maybe I'll wear it this way or on my shoulder. That's the only ways that I can imagine wearing this. And say hi to my cat. Yeah, he doesn't want to move, and it's okay. We will proceed with him. He doesn't give me any room in this chair. But yeah, this is my Coach Empire 34 carryall, I believe. I'll link it in the description what it is. But I love her. She's so cute. So if you're interested in this bag, I would recommend it right now. Like, I haven't carried her, but I would just recommend her just kind of on a first impression. It fits a lot. The only downside so far that I've noticed is that it doesn't fit my Kindle in a way that I would have liked it. I would like for it to be like straight up and down, which is why I love this bag, because when you put the Kindle in, it's like it's made for it. Like, it's made for my Kindle. Like, look at this. Oh my, where'd it go? It's there, right? It's like so perfect. It doesn't stick out on the side. So, you know, two different purses, two different bags, two different silhouettes. But I wish this was a tiny bit bigger so that I could slip this in a little bit better without it poking through. And I know it's deceiving. It looks like it's this big, but you got to understand, like, this much of it here, like at least 2 inches, is just kind of the outside of the bag. So it's not as deep as it looks. So the only downside I see so far is that it can't fit my Kindle. Not a big deal. I could put it in there sideways. I could get a cover on it to make it a little bit more safer, but that's what my review is so far. But I think she is so pretty, so I can't wait to wear her later on today. All right, moving on to the second part of what I want to kind of discuss, and that is all the freaking books I have been reading. I have been reading a ton of books over the last couple of 3 weeks, and I've been having a great time. I typically read on my Kindle. However, occasionally I'll read a handbook or a regular book. I prefer to read on my Kindle because it's lighter, it's portable. Some of the books that I read are really big and heavy, and sometimes they hurt your wrist when holding it. Not particularly this book, but sometimes books can get really heavy. So the first book I want to talk about that I read recently, which was a really big surprise that I absolutely loved, was The Troop by Nick Cutter. I've never heard of this author before. I heard about this book through, I think, someone called Shades of Orange. I don't even know. I think it was called Shades of Orange, and when she described this book, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get this book. I love dystopians. I like end of the world. I like plagues. I like illnesses. I like sicknesses. So this book was right up my alley when I heard the description of it. So the idea of it is this troop master takes 5 students, I think it's 5 students, with him to this wilderness place in Canada. While they're there, they encounter a strange man who looks to be malnourished and who reports to be very hungry. The troop leader is at first afraid to kind of interact with this person because he's just like, well, how did he get here? Why didn't he go to a different facility? Like, why would he come all the way over here to like this island to talk about him being sick? Anyway, after that incident, things start to go awry. Weird things start to happen. Interesting plots start to take place. So it's really, really good. This book reminds me of like Lord of the Flies a little bit, in that, you know, what happens when you get a bunch of 13, 14, 15-year-olds with no order and no authority, right? They make their own authority, and kind of seeing the breakdown of like their civilization as we know it from the Five Boys. I think there's like, gosh, this was such a good book. Trigger warnings, I would say harm to animals. There's a couple of scenes where an animal gets harmed. It was hard for me to read. So if that's something that you're very sensitive about, that might be something to miss. Again, this is fiction. And that's the way I was able to read through it, because I know this is a work of art. So I was just like, okay, this isn't real. But it was still hard to get through. Violence toward kids by kids is another one that's kind of a theme in here, right? So that's really good. I love this book. I want to give it 5 stars. I read this book about 2 weeks ago, probably like the first, like the end of March, maybe the beginning of April, and I'm still thinking about it. I'm like, oh, remember that part? Oh, that part is so good. So this is such a good read. I would definitely recommend this book. The Truth by Nick Cutter. Check it out. It's so good. The next book that I read directly after that was Andromeda Strand. And I always say it wrong. Andromeda Strand. This is what I read, and this book is really interesting. I would imagine it's sci-fi and an illness kind of mixed together. So anyway, this book is about is it a drone? What's floating in the air? Okay, it's a military space probe that's in the Andromeda like galaxy, trying to pick up extraterrestrial particles to study. Anyway, it falls out of the sky once it gets out of orbit, and it falls into a city of Piedmont, Arizona, where all of the residents die soon after it crash lands and things like that. So the military is called in to kind of figure out what's going on to contain the situation, and as they're trying to do that, they get some of the top scientists of the world. They get them together to kind of figure out what is going on, how do we stop this, is there a cure for it, and you know what's viable about this illness or the disease. So this was a really good book. It was a short read. It wasn't very long. It was very interesting. I've never read a book like this before. When I read this book, because I was inspired by this book, I was like, I want something that has to do with the illness. I just looked up biomedical thriller, and this book came up, and I liked the synopsis of it, so I got this book, and I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't give it 5 stars. I would give it like a 3.5, 3.7. Still a really good book. Just not, it was, I don't think it was anywhere near as good as The Troop, but this was a good book. I'm also currently reading book 2 of this, and it's the Andromeda Strand Evolution or something like that. I'm only about 100 pages in, but so far it seems good. That one takes place in Brazil, but we'll see what happens. But this one, like I said, at 3.5, but not a bad read. It's such a good read. And if you know what kind of book this falls under, what kind of genre, if it's a biomedical thriller or if it's something special, please let me know, because this book was amazing. I loved it. Another book that I recently read was Pet Sematary. Now this is an oldie. I've never read it before. I think I saw the movie 20 years ago, but who remembers that? But the book was phenomenal. I absolutely loved it. I loved it. It was really good. Did I not? No, I liked it all. I think I read it in a day and a half. I'm not a very quick reader, right? So I take a bit of time to read a book. But I think I read it in a day and a half. It's a really quick listen to or read. So yeah, give that book a try. Pet Sematary, Stephen King, also very good. Books that I have recently bought that I want to read soon this is one of them, and it's called A Boy, His Dog at the End of the World. And this also gives me like a dystopian type feeling that's going into it, so I'm very excited about reading this. I also bought what was that other book? Let me take a look. Let me look at my Kindle my Oasis and see the other books that I tried to see. And shout out to the Oasis. Who, if you have an Oasis, please leave a message or please leave a comment in there and tell me how much you love it. Because I don't believe you can't love this book or this device. I absolutely love this device. So the other book I bought was Dust, which is part 3 of the Silos trilogy. I read the first 2 books. I started to read book 3, but I don't know, after about 20-30 pages, I was just like, it's not really capturing me. So I took a break from it. And then I started something else. But other books I'm excited to read are Children of Time. So I'm excited to read that one. I'm also excited to read Lonesome Dove. Yeah, there's a couple of westerns that I wanted to look up, and Lonesome Dove was something that was highly recommended, so I definitely want to read that one. What other dystopians did I get? I know that I bought a couple of dystopians. I also bought on Kindle Anne of Green Gables. Hopefully I'll read that. If Tomorrow Never Comes, that's something I also ordered. The Book of the Unnamed Midwife. I think that one is kind of a dystopian. That's one I really want to read. But I have so many books on this thing. I probably got hundreds of books on here. So I'm hoping to really get into a bunch of books. But that is kind of where I'm at with the books that I have read. I'm excited to kind of finish what I'm doing. But that's where I'm at. Also, look how cute this is. Do you like Adventure Time? Look at Peppermint Patty. Look at BMO. I love these types of things. Anyway, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you like this quick video. Please leave a comment. Say something. Say hi. Say bye. Say I like the book. Say I've never heard of the book. It doesn't matter. Just say something. I just want to know that you're out there listening. As always, it's good